Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? We are here live. All right, guys, listen. Let's get into it. Joshua versus Parker went down yesterday, guys. I know for a lot of people, they wasn't that excited. It was a boring fight. I'm telling you right now, guys, you just can't put the fight being boring on Parker and Joshua. You got to put a little bit of that blame on that guy right there, because that guy, every time they came close to giving us what we wanted, every time they got close to in close quarters to fight when the going was getting tough and the tough was about to get going, this guy would pump the brakes on all action again. Guys, this is your boy T-Dub was blazing in sports. Please take a moment to subscribe, share, thumbs up, like, and guys, hit that notification bell so when I go live, you don't miss a moment of action. And please, I ask you to forgive me. My voice with the weather changing, guys. I mean, just in one day, it went from spring weather to a sleet, hail, snow, storm, and instantly my sinuses are jacked up. But guys, listen, I'm going to do my best to work through this video. I've been trying to sip tea and whatever else I can to try to see if it can help me out, guys. Bear with me. Let me check to make sure it's showing okay. All right, it's not too bad. So, guys, let's get into it. So, this guy right there, right? Hater, or, you know what? He's not a hater, guys. A lot of referees, some know how to do their job, some don't. Some get too involved and want to be the center of attention, and some of them let a lot go on. Example, in the Deontay Wilder case, the referee didn't break it up, championship fight. Let's see if Luis Ortiz can actually drop him. In this case, if one of the fighters touched the other fighters in close quarters, I'm going to break it up. Sometimes you have two referees like that. Then times you have referees that look like either they got paid, possibility, they have some type of agenda, some type of benefit, something else besides just judging this fight on sheer, I'm going to call it down the line, guys. And I want to point out something with this guy right here, Mr. Stop fighting on the inside. Not on my watch, guys. Not on my watch. And I say this for sure. He didn't let a moment go on the inside. Now, when there was times where both guys held and there were 0 punches, both guys was holding, I understand it. But if there is one arm free, if both arms are free, or both guys are swinging for the fences, please step back. Get out of it, guys. You have no involvement at this point. Ref, what are you doing? Who paid you? Who put $100,000 in your pocket, in your account when the fight was over? Who? So, I remember one of the times I really noticed it. I saw it a little bit beforehand, but when I really noticed it, keep it real boxing. I give rounds 1, 2, 5, 6, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 to Parker. The ref was too involved. Listen, man, that ref was way involved, and I want to point out that he was so involved that it does make you question, like, you know, is he paid? Does he have an agenda? And I'm going to give you my points. And you know what? He could have just been one of them refs that's just too involved. But it's the way that he was involved that really got me like, what are you doing? They said this fight was boring. You know what? And I'm not going to knock him. There was time Joshua wasn't throwing punches. There was time Parker wasn't throwing punches. But every time these guys got within close quarters of throwing punches and landing, throwing shots, guys, the referee would just jump in like, no, not on my watch. We're not going to have that. It was one time that Parker believed he caught Joshua with a punch. And Joshua started going backwards, right? He would start smiling, and they got really close on each other. And, guys, Parker was throwing a punch. Joshua was throwing punches. Both of these guys was throwing punches at close range. This is what we want to see. Heavyweights, who's going to land that punch? Joshua's not scared. Parker's not scared. The referee dives in there and split them up. Split them up. I don't get that. Why? Guys, excuse me. My voice is shot. Sinuses. Weather went from 60 to 25 in an hour with snow, sleet. So, guys, my voice, my sinuses are jacked up. But I'm going to push through it. So, guys, and shout out to Keep It Real Boxing. Who's in the chat? Hey, yeah, man, you know what? I had the fight, to be honest, can go either way. But I tell you right now, the fight would have been better, maybe even scored differently if that guy right there wasn't so involved. It's like every time they got inside, and the reason I say that it seemed like he had an agenda, not just calling it down the line, is because the inside fighting favors the shorter arm man. Because at a distance, with Joshua having a 6-inch reach advantage, it favors Anthony Joshua. If Joshua can keep him at the end of that jab where he can try to land that money punch or hit him with a hook, that favors Joshua. We already saw how hard it was for Joseph Parker to even get on the inside. A lot of his jabs were just hitting air. A lot of his charges, Joshua was able to react to him. But every time he did get inside and throw punches, the ref was splitting it up. But neither one of them guys holding, the ref breaks it up. Sometimes one guy holds with each arm, but Parker's still throwing shots. The ref broke it up, and he warned Parker. He warned Parker for throwing punches. Like, what are you doing? That's what they're supposed to do. If you got an arm free, that arm is supposed to be working. Now, the referee was doing it so much that he actually, in my eyes, robbed Anthony Joshua of a knockout. How many times did we see that uppercut come dangerously close to knocking Joseph Parker head clean off of his shoulders somewhere in the fifth row? How many times? I remember one time Joseph Parker pulled back. The second time, Joshua just threw it, and I mean just threw it. And the ref comes in again and pushes them apart, and he near misses from shattering every part of bone that is in Joshua's face with that uppercut. Every time he threw the uppercut, it had deadly intentions. So the referee, guys, who may have thought may have been benefiting by diving in every time them guys get close, he actually did a lot more damage. He hurt the fight. He made it more boring to a lot of people because anytime there was action, especially with heavyweights inside action, that's when a lot happened. He robbed Joshua from landing that uppercut that I believe that would at least get the best chance of dropping Parker. I think it definitely, he would have left his feet, guys, if he would have landed that shot, no doubt in my mind. So, that's my touch on the ref. Now I want to touch on the post-fight interview. They asked him, who do you want to fight next? He said Wilder or Tyson Fury. He said Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. Now, I'm going to be honest. I do not want to see him fight Tyson Fury next. Because Tyson Fury, probably not even down to the right weight he want to fight at. Tyson Fury has been very inactive. Tyson Fury should not come back and fight Wilder first or Joshua first. He probably should come back and fight Charles Demigod Morton or somebody in that range to where he can get the rust off of him before stepping in the ring with a Joshua or a Wilder, because their timing, their activity will probably be too much for him at this time. I don't want to see him fight Fury. Obviously, he will call out Tyson Fury right now because he has a severe advantage just for being active and also always being in shape. Another question, guys. Do you think Joshua got tired in that fight? I'm going to go to the chat room. Keep It Real Boxing said, Parker's game was to fight on the inside and attack the body, and when the ref would stop them, it would prevent Parker from an opportunity to do this, and it also stopped AJ from throwing that uppercut. Exactly right, man. That referee, like I said, it seemed to me that his agenda was to not allow any inside fighting. That's just my opinion. Because when they was fighting from the outside, he didn't do nothing. And when they fought on the inside, he was quick to break it up. I mean, quick. Even when these guys both was throwing punches, both hands, throwing punches, he would break it up and get them out of there. I don't understand why the ref was doing that. Another thing, when they was on the inside, it looked like the hit may have touched or may have not touched. Anthony Joshua did not react. The moment that Parker lands a left hook, Joshua stopped the action himself and tell the referee he headbutted me. The referee then comes over and stops it and gets him checked out. There was another time in the middle of the ring when a lot of people said Joshua was looking a little bit tired. I don't know if he checked his glove first, but somebody said that Joshua might have checked his glove first. They stopped it, gave him a little bit of break to get the glove tied back up. The very next round, in the middle of the round, the ref just stopped the action to check the glove. Listen, guys, I really don't understand this. To me, I think this ref definitely had a little something to say about this. You know what? Let me, I'm not sure if you guys want to. I got the number up there. I do not have the lines open. So give me a quick second as I try to sip some of this tea to clear up my sinuses, but it's not working. All right, so I'm going to it. And guys, I'm gonna continue to talk about it as I try to open up the lines for if anybody do want to call in. That way you can call me direct. Hit your boy up. All right, let's see. Going here. All right, we're good. We're open. Lines are open. Lines are open. If you agree or disagree, I just want to add anything about this fight. So the referee broke it up way too much. He robbed Parker from inside fighting. He robbed Joshua from taking Parker's head off for one of those uppercuts. I got to go with that. Another thing, he was stopping it every time. Either Joshua wanted him to stop it about the tape or he didn't want to stop it. I don't know, man. This referee was just way too involved in it. It really makes me think he has a hidden agenda in just calling this fight. He didn't just go into it like, you know what? I'm just going to call like I normally call it. If that's the case, guys, I need to check this referee history and see if he done this in the past. If he has not been that fucking touchy, that twitchy to break things up, then I'm going to call it somebody is in that guy's pocket. Somebody just made his checking account or saving account go up a few notches. All right, so back to the post-fight. Who do you want to fight? Like my man Dylan White. Wilder, where you at, Wilder? I want you next, Wilder. All right, you know what? That was pretty hype. It made me smile when he said it. The reason, if he didn't believe it or not, by him coming out and saying he wants to take on Deontay Wilder, you can't take that back. Now, he did say Wilder or Fury, which I'm not even going to count Fury no more. I told you why I don't think he should go with Fury, because Fury has not been in action. Even though Fury got a hold of a champion and he believes he can come back and wipe the floor with everybody he fight, I don't think it'd be a smart decision, and it would favor Joshua a little bit more. Even though I believe Tyson Fury in the past would have definitely, a healthy Tyson Fury, in shape type Tyson Fury, would give Joshua all types of problems with his movement and the consistent jab that he uses. But we would have to see if he can take Joshua punches once Joshua land a big right hand or left hook. So he called out Deontay Wilder. They asked him, if Wilder was in the ring right now, how would you beat him? You get him in this ring, and I'm going to knock him out. They did a post-fight interview with Eddie Hearn. They both said that they want this fight next. They want an undisputed match by the end of 2018. Now, as a fighter, I got to be somewhat happy about that, because at least the talks, and I don't know what they're going to do behind closed doors, but at least the talks have been in the right direction of making this fight happen. Keep It Real Boxing says, but Team Joshua said that he spoke clear English. Was that about the ref? Hey, I don't quite remember everything about that. So if you have anything you want to add to the chat to jog my memory, because I remember something about the English. I remember something about that. He said, I want AJ versus Dylan White next. Why do you? Oh, you know what? You said Dylan White. I'm hoping you meant Deontay Wilder, right? Because I don't know why I thought Dylan White. I want Deontay Wilder next. I think, listen, the only thing that scares me, the only thing that puts fear in me is the reason why I did this video. Not only the ref, but the judges. I believe the judges came there with scorecards they already had wrote up. The judges just had the best seat in the fight. They was watching the fight. Ooh, yeah, he's getting inside there. Oh, the fight's over. Oh, here. Hey, baby, could you get my scorecards out my purse? I put them in there last night. Hey, here you go. Yeah, that was a really good fight. I don't know what fight they were watching. I have no idea, because how do you only give Parker 1 or 2 rounds? How do you do it? My boy, Keep It Real Boxing, I believe he says he's from the UK. He gave Parker 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. He gave Parker 5 rounds. Me personally, I could have gave it to Joshua by a little bit. I could have saw it being called a draw, or I could have saw them gave it to Parker by maybe a round or so. It was a close fight. AJ pulled off a close some of those late rounds, especially that 12th round, that may have edged it to Joshua's favor, but definitely not no 10-18, no 118, and no 119 scores. I don't know exactly who or what the referee was watching at all. So this what scares me. If Deontay Wilder goes over there and fight, because Anthony Joshua made it clear that he doesn't want any part with fighting in the United States. They asked him, are you going to go and conquer the United States next? No. We've been going over there for years. They're going to come over here. They're going to come over here. And listen, guys, I don't know how you look at it, but even if you think, like, there's been robberies and there's been cheating everywhere else. But when Lennox Lewis came over here, I don't think Lennox Lewis, in my eyes, ever got cheated. He was a champion that was respected no matter where you was from. He was a person that you can look up to. Very well spoken. He was a person that went in there and showed Iron Mike Tyson, even though Iron Mike wasn't a quite Iron Mike, but Lennox Lewis went in there. Hey, hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, he's okay. You got okay. All right, I am back. All right, even though Iron Mike wasn't at his prime, Lennox Lewis came in there and he took what he wanted. Lennox Lewis was not going to get robbed. Lennox Lewis fought many times in the States, brought home many victories. If he was ever robbed, please let me know. But guys, from what I have saw right now, I'm not talking about any other fighter in the UK, but I believe if you come over there and if you do not knock out Anthony Joshua, you will lose. You will lose. Because if you saw Parker only winning 1 or 2 rounds, you will lose. If you think that that ref was fair down the middle, and that's how it should be called, if you go over there and fight Anthony Joshua, you will lose. Guys, again, like my boy Keep It Real says, guys, listen, I know I'm shooting a video right now, Keep It Real. In the States, it's a really big show called The Walking Dead. It is going right now, but I got a kid, so I got to get this video in now so I can put him to sleep. So it might hurt my views a little bit, guys, but hopefully when you catch this on the replays, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Your boy's doing this with severe sinus pressure. But let's get back to it. I do not see Deontay Wilder winning a decision against Anthony Joshua. If he went over there to the UK and if for 12 rounds He slapped Anthony Joshua silly. He put baby powder on his hand and slapped Joshua all over that ring. I see him losing. I still see Wilder losing. I don't see him getting a victory. Wilder has to knock him out. And based off what this referee did, I'm thinking two things. If Deontay Wilder hit him with a right hand and it's about to follow up, the referee is going to jump into it. Wait, no, we ain't having none of that. We ain't having none of that. Not on my watch. We ain't having none of that. Or if Anthony Joshua hits Deontay Wilder with a blow that makes Wilder cover up and Joshua throws 2 or 3 punches, the fight stopped. It's over. Joshua stopped him. And Wilder's going to be like, whoa, what do you mean? You stop it? No, we just hit him with 2 shots. I covered up. I can see a early stoppage if Joshua lands a good punch on Deontay Wilder. And I can see if Wilder hits him with a good punch to where you think Joshua hurt, the referee is going to break it up. No. No inside fight. None of that. Wilder, if you throw that right hand one more time, I'm going to throw a point away from you. You better stick to jabs and jabs only. Guys, again, it's your boy T-Dub, What's Blazing Sports. We are here live again, guys. If you want, the lines are open, guys. You can call in. If you agree with me, call in. If you disagree, tell me why. But let's get to here's how I think it's going to play out. Keep it real boxing. I think Deontay Wilder, if the fight happens, he's going to go over there and fight in the UK. He has to. Joshua's not going to fight over here. Joshua is the A side. And it's going to happen over there. But I don't think Wilder is going to let Joshua off the hook if he lands a big right hand. To be honest, with Joshua's lack of head movement, very stiff. Well, he's kind of stiff. And he doesn't have great foot movements to get inside. He pretty much kind of stalks you, which is going to run him into a right hand. I think Wilder is going to test him early. Now, the only thing that I'm hoping, guys, like I said, I'm really hoping that the referee does not intervene in this fight. Keep It Real Boxing said Wilder will have to KO Anthony Joshua. You're 100% right, man. Deontay Wilder will not. Matter of fact, I'm going to go this far. Any fighter traveling to the UK to fight Anthony Joshua will not win a decision. Will not. If Big Baby Miller goes over there and goes 12 rounds, he will not win a decision. Deontay Wilder goes over there and fight 12 rounds. He would not win a decision. Joseph Parker, I don't know. Maybe Tyson Fury. Maybe Fury might. Maybe. But, you know, like I said, man, this is Wilder needs a knockout. And the thing about Wilder is he goes for the knockout. Joseph Parker, he didn't pull the trigger a lot of times. Even though I thought it was a close fight, I thought Joseph Parker did probably the best he can do. Joseph Parker had a problem dealing with that range all night. And he was throwing jabs. He couldn't deal with that 6-inch reach advantage all night, which stopped him from throwing punches. And because he moved really well, it stopped Joshua throwing punches. But the thing with Deontay Wilder is he's taller, he has a long reach, and he is not going to have any problems throwing or landing that jab against Joshua. And look for that big right hand to come through. Now, Keep It Real Boxing, I know this might be early, but do you have a favorite? Do you believe if they fought next, if they fought in the back half of this year, do you believe Anthony Joshua would get the win? Do you believe Deontay Wilder? And I know this. I know if you say Deontay Wilder, you are saying by KO. If you said Anthony Joshua, you are saying by KO or decision. Let me know what you think about this. And he says in the chat room, the version of Fury that beat Baltimore would outbox AJ all night. You know what? The reason I don't like Tyson Fury fighting Anthony Joshua next, because Tyson Fury has been spending a lot of time just getting back in shape. He has not been, at fight pace action in a while. I think a prime Tyson Fury would probably school Anthony Joshua for 12 rounds. But I don't know, man. Right now they love Anthony Joshua. I still want to say they'll be fair to Tyson Fury. I think they might be fair to Tyson Fury, but right now, Anthony Joshua is their guy. Listen, whenever you can come out doing a ring entrance, and you can have a moment to where you stop and you shadow boxing under 8 or so different fire pits shooting up and sparks going on behind you, you have a moment to yourself. You know what? They are letting you know this is the man right here. And I don't know, man, if Tyson Fury can or cannot get a decision against Joshua, but I do believe he has the skills to outbox Anthony Joshua. But can he take the power of Anthony Joshua if he can land those punches? Joseph Parker proved 2 things. 1, he can evade that big right hand, and 2, he can take a punch because Joshua did catch him with some mean left hooks, man. There was some time that Joseph Parker leaned down and he caught him with a mean left hook. And he missed an uppercut and he was robbed for about 2 main uppercuts. But again, guys, your boy T-Dog with Plays in the Sports. Keep It Real Boxing says, I was confident that AJ would beat Wilder in a tough fight, but after Saturday night, I'm not so confident now. An early pick for me, keep it real. I think Deontay Wilder wins by knockout. I think he knocks him out somewhere maybe around round 8. I wouldn't be surprised if he catch him early, but I know this. Wilder cannot afford for this to go into championship rounds. If it goes into championship rounds and he doesn't have time to finish, if it goes to this decision, Wilder's going to lose. They are going to take that oath from him no matter if Anthony Joshua earned it or not. He's going to get robbed. And honestly, guys, that is horrible in boxing. I understand that you going out for your fighters. I understand even the pre-fight show. I understand what you just cheering your fighter and booing other fighters. I don't understand robbery. You playing with these guys' lives. It's not like you can reset like it's a game and you lose and you reset and everybody starts over 0. No, you have permanently put a loss on these guys' record when they either should have won it or it should have been a draw or you give them scorecards that's completely ridiculous. But guys, again, it's your boy T-Dog with Plays in the Sports. I'm going to get out of here. My voice is a complete struggle to get it out because of my sinuses. But hopefully you found what this guy was doing completely ridiculous. Hopefully you found what them judges doing completely ridiculous. And I'm going to hold Anthony Joshua to his word that he wants to fight Deontay Wilder next. I am going to hold Deontay Wilder to his word that he would take whatever they offer as long as they give it to him in a rematch. Which means if they offer him $5 and they take $20 million, there better be a rematch clause in that contract to fight next. Now, if they try to offer Wilder lowball money with no rematch clause, I understand not taking that. But it better be, I'm going to hold Wilder to that. If they offer you something, a rematch clause in there, I'm going to hold Wilder to take that fight, make that fight happen. Let's see what happens. Keep It Real Boxing said definitely he would get robbed. 100% sure he'll get robbed. But guys, again, it's your boy T-Dub with Plays in the Sports. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Keep It Real Boxing for being in the chat, guys. Remember, check him out. He does the same thing as well, and also give you guys a slightly different twist on it as well. Same. Check out our Red Sox fan, Mosley Boxing. T-Dub was Blazing the Sports, making it do what it do. Better yet, what it does.